first, before we start this, you feel me? Let me make sure we live. Let me make sure we. Yep. Alright, bet. So we finna be reacting to this killing fools everyone until she solves her own murder. Like what again? Whole time when I see this title, I'm like, what the fuck is this? But yeah, we finna react to this. Family Facecam on, you feel me? Yeah, we finna react to this though. Let me see what it's talking about. I don't know, I've been on my little crime shit lately, gang. Like, not in real life, I'm just saying. You feel me? I'm just saying.
Brookfield Police! You go one way, I got the other. Another one on the left. The RP said there was a stock.
Oh shit. Where my letter at?
On December 14th, 2023, the Broomfield police do a welfare check at this house, where Christelle Krug lives with her husband Dan and their 3 loving children. The footage you're about to see was filmed just minutes after Christelle's family life took a disturbing turn for the worse. 1 month earlier, Christelle walks into the Broomfield Police Department claiming that her crazy ex-boyfriend has been stalking her.
It's a lot, and it has definitely made me paranoid everywhere I go, unfortunately.
Detectives send units to follow Christelle around, and her husband installs security cameras on their property. The problem is, police have been unable to track down the suspect, and the stalking doesn't stop.
Now it's escalating. This is not just threats against me, it's threats against my husband.
On December 14th at 8:56 a.m., Christelle sends this text message to her husband. She has never heard from after that.
What?
My wife isn't responding to text messages or phone calls.
Okay.
We've had threats against us. Can I get maybe a wellness check in the house? We have both been targeted by a stalker.
After going around the house, Officer O'Hara notices the garage door has windows, but they're too high for him to see. The footage then shows him returning to his vehicle before he pulls his car up the driveway close to the door so he can use it to climb up. That's when he sees it.
151, send medical, and 110, I need a 4 sentry.
What the fuck?
Brookfield Police!
Right there, on the floor of the garage, is 44-year-old Christelle Krug, unconscious. She has a head injury, but Officer O'Hara is not sure if she simply fell or if she was attacked.
I'm on CPR. Let me know when the next unit is close, and I'll open the garage door, particularly medical.
Outside, Christelle's mother Linda walks up to the house just as Officer O'Hara opens the garage door for the paramedics.
Ma'am, I need you to stay out, please.
Nah, that's fucked up, yeah.
Next week can work.
Nah.
As other family members start arriving, police secure the
That nigga
rest
know
of the
what
house.
he did. Yeah, nigga, you know what you did, nigga.
Clear here, coming out. You go one way, I got the other. Clear here.
Yeah, I gotta smoke, nigga. That's fucked
I
up.
think it's from falling down. Guys, you see anything other than a fall type of wound?
Yeah, they ain't
Police
no
can tell
fall.
Christelle was
Nah,
attacked
nigga.
getting into or out of her car. She was hit over the head before the person stabbed her.
They rolled out the stretcher and I thought, oh, she's gonna be okay. They're gonna do everything for her. But then they rolled the stretcher back out without her. I knew.
Soon after, a scream is heard coming from down the road. It's Christelle's husband, Dan.
Hey, stay back, stay back.
Oh, no.
He's just learned the news that his wife was murdered and runs into the arms of Christelle's family.
That's fucked up, gang.
Dan is in shock. He suddenly goes weak in the knees and can no longer stand on his own.
This man right now has just lost his everything. He's lost his wife, he's lost the mother to his children, and now he has to do everything.
With the killer still at large, Dan is brought in for further questioning. But when Detective Martinez goes to see him, he's in no state to be interviewed.
I arrived at the police department and immediately went to go speak with Dan. When I walked in, he became very emotional.
To make things easier for him, Detective Martinez tells Dan that he has people in his team who can help break the news to their children. But Dan insists he wants to be the one to tell them.
What about Mommy?
Mommy got hurt.
Is she okay?
No. Mommy's not. Mommy's not coming.
Nah,
For
that's
now,
hey.
Detective Martinez is working.
Real shit, gang. No, that's dead ass fucked up, gang. She got a daughter, a little daughter, gang.
Worried about
Fucked
protecting
up.
Dan and his 3 kids
So what the nigga
before the
want?
killer
Get that
claims
nigga
another
book.
victim.
Damn, give him
Steele's
the
other
book.
family members
Damn.
are also brought in, each put into separate interrogation rooms. But while investigators are hoping to gain any information on the
That's
identity
fucked
of
up,
Christile's stalker, there's one person that holds the key to solving the case: Christile Krug herself. 1 month before her murder, Christile makes a phone call to the Broomfield Police Department.
I need to report threatening emails and phone calls from a stalking ex.
Detective Martinez is the one assigned to her case.
I reached out to Christile and arranged an interview with her.
Thank you.
When Christile came in, she just kind of filled the whole room with her presence. You could tell that she was just very intelligent and she was very well prepared.
Okay, hi. Yes, I know. Yes, it's been a little hearing.
When she sits down to talk with Detective Martinez, Christile tells him that for the last few weeks, a stalker has been following her around and harassing her online.
It's a lot, and it has definitely made me like paranoid everywhere I go, unfortunately. So,
No, I can completely understand that.
yeah.
She first and foremost wanted the stalking and the behavior and the contact to stop.
Okay, I did a timeline for you.
Christile has come prepared. She's gathered all the information about the stalking instances onto a spreadsheet.
All I do is like, oh, we're gonna create a stalker log. We're gonna monitor this. I'm gonna go see what information I can have. Just things never. I don't know. I just always heard document everything.
The stalker log was detailed and complete, everything from dates, times, locations, her feelings about it.
The first date on the stalker log is September 23rd, 2023. This is when everything started. On that day, her husband Dan saw an intruder running out of their home.
Running out of their crib?
Dan explains to the officer that
Out
he
of
saw
your
the intruder
crib?
when he got back home that afternoon.
Came back about 4:50, 4:55.
Okay.
As I came down, the door was open. I saw someone, I think it was a guy, but it was so fast.
Yeah.
Blue jeans, gray shirt, run out, jump over my gate, and take off that way. I cared less about following him than getting inside and checking on my kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
We realized the spare key that we keep in the garage isn't there.
Okay. Where was that kept at?
Toolbox. Everything seems to be there
Okay.
except a spare key.
Okay. Got it.
Kind of went over
This area.
Yes.
Okay.
So he had the key,
Patrol
folks.
officers responded.
First of all,
checked
how
it
the
out.
fuck do the nigga know your spare key in your toolbox, man? I'd never check
And they
no
couldn't find
motherfucking
any
toolbox for no spare
actual
key.
description of Dan's.
Just it.
When Christile learns about the incident, she's more annoyed than afraid.
My daughter, she said Dan left the garage door open. She was very angry.
I watched the garage door closing,
Okay.
not necessarily closed.
Sure.
I don't think she thought there was danger.
She didn't see it as a real threat.
Dan takes care of changing the locks, so there no longer seems to be anything to worry about. Just a few days later, on October 2nd, Christile receives a strange text from a number she doesn't recognize. It reads, "Hi Christile, it's Anthony. Hope it's okay I looked you up. I go to Boulder every few weeks and thought we could hook up. You game?"
And the only Anthony she knew of was Jack Anthony Holland.
Christile's log details her relationship with Anthony over the years, starting in 1999 when she graduated high school.
We dated summer of '99, very briefly.
He was a very nice guy. He was fun. We liked him. Everybody liked him.
But the relationship didn't last for more than a year, probably.
Their life goals and ambitions were two completely different tracks.
I was going to college. I was like on an engineering track. There was just total different lifestyle choices. I broke it off with him, and we ended fairly amicably.
About a year later, while studying to get her degree in chemical engineering, Christine met Dan.
I remember when Dan came over and my mom and I were there and he was looking for my dad. And that's when it kind of hit me like, oh, this is real. This is going to be the guy. I was happy at the time because I knew she was going to be really happy.
In the years that followed, while Christine was building her life with Dan, Anthony would still reach out from time to time on social media.
Anthony had tried to contact Christine a number of times over the years to kind of rekindle their romance. Every time she rejected him.
Here, he says, let's get together. I'm like, no. Here he says, let's get together. I'm like, I have a serious boyfriend. Like, we were living together at this time. And he's like, screw your boyfriend. And then, I got married in 2007. He's reaching out to me. He can see I have a kid. This is my profile picture of, like, my kid. He's like, well, let's be together. And I'm like, well, I'm married, happily married with children. You need to stop. And he got, like, real emotional. It wasn't angry, but it was hurt, real, like, over the top emotions. And then blocked me. And I'm like, good. I shut down Facebook entirely before the pandemic. So, like, there was no way to get a hold of me on any kind of old email address or old way, and that's when this starts.
So when Christine gets a text from Anthony in October of 2023, she doesn't reply. The next day, she receives a more disturbing message. You should say yes when I offer pity. Whatever. Saw your pics. You got fat. Bet your loser husband won't your fat. Christine is shocked. This doesn't sound like the Anthony she knows.
He's never said this kind of stuff to me before, so it's like something's really wrong here. Back in the day, harmless. Now, I have no idea what this is. I don't know this person anymore. So I just see him as pretty unstable, honestly.
Christine doesn't answer, hoping things will just blow over. And if this is in fact Anthony, he'll get the hint and leave her alone. But she has no idea that her nightmare is only just beginning.
I got a really strange text message from somebody saying, are you still looking for men? And I was like, okay, I don't think this is Anthony.
She's receiving numerous text messages from all sorts of different unknown numbers. All of men, many of which are sending photos of themselves in sexually explicit poses.
After researching online, Christine discovers a classified ad with her name and phone number on it. The ad solicits men to send her obscene photos of themselves. Christine is convinced someone posted the ad to torment her, but she can't be sure if Anthony is behind this. Whoever it was, this bizarre incident is causing tension between her and Dan.
They weren't as connected and with each other as much as before.
They were constantly arguing.
Then, on October 31st, almost a month after those first text messages, she gets an email with a picture of her husband. It was taken at his work without him knowing. The email was sent by ahollandkicks@gmail.com.
Whoever was sending this email was actively following Dan.
The message comes with a threat against Dan. It reads, "This your husband? Can't believe you want to his but not mine. He needs to drive safe. Don't want a clear rubber hose in his tailpipe."
This now is escalating. This is not just threats against me, it's threats against my husband. My husband has a camera in his car. He did not see anybody. Sure. And then unfortunately lost all the video because he didn't save it. So I don't have any video evidence.
Christine now has a clear indication that she and her family are being followed, and she's terrified. But the thing that bothers her the most is she never thought her ex-boyfriend Anthony Holland would be capable of doing something like this.
There was nothing in the relationship other than him being like stupid with stuff that was ever violent. We argued, but never like in a violent way.
When her parents come to visit her that weekend, Christine doesn't hide what's been happening.
I need to let you know I'm being stalked. I'm getting emails from Anthony. He's threatening me with things. He's saying just bizarre things.
She had called me to ask if I could help her get a restraining order, and kind of what that process would look like and what she needed to do to get her ducks in a row.
Christelle has already hired a private investigator to find Anthony so she can serve him the restraining order, but tracking him down proves to be much harder than expected.
He moves everywhere. He's like all over the place.
Temporary protection order is what she was going to seek, which would require him to be served with paperwork in person.
Because they don't have an address, I can't submit that civil protection order. And there are tons of addresses. He moves everywhere and between like 3 different states.
Dan installs security cameras on their house and both buy dash cams for their car in case Anthony follows them while they're driving. First and foremost, Christelle is worried for the safety of her children and her husband Dan, so she starts carrying a Sig Sauer 9mm.
She felt she had to get a gun. My heart just sunk.
She had a concealed carry purse specifically designed for that gun.
I do have weapons in my home. I am intending to register for a course here to relearn. It's been a long time since I've shot my guns, to relearn and get familiarized with my handgun.
And I do remember going out to the gun range with her, and she just sat in the parking lot and cried, and she was just so upset. All I could do was hug her.
With everything that's happened, Christelle's children have started to notice that their mother is upset. She now has to explain to them what's been going on.
I want them to also know that they can stand up for themselves in situations that might be threatening.
So she was telling them all about what they needed to do if an intruder came in.
My oldest said, she's like, I'm glad that you told me something. She's like, because this is making me, she's like, it was making me feel worse when I've just heard you guys talking in hushed tones.
Christelle is doing her best to keep their lives as normal as possible. She makes sure her oldest daughter can focus on her dance classes instead of worrying about her mommy's stalker.
She was so active in all of her daughter's performances and would be backstage and would be like a mom backstage helping all the little dancers get out to the stage on time.
With Christmas just around the corner, Christelle's daughter will be performing in 2 productions of The Nutcracker, something she's been looking forward to the whole year. But because of what's been going on, and because no one knows where the stalker is, Christelle is asked by the artistic director and the company to stop volunteering and to stay away from her daughter's performances.
It was devastating to her.
I think a lot of this is the trying intentionally to scare me, as opposed to actually trying to approach me. But my fear is, when does that switch happen, where he suddenly gets emboldened because I'm not responding.
When Christelle leaves that day, I'm believing that this is a very real issue and there are credible threats, and we need to get on top of this quickly.
The first thing Detective Martinez wants to do is confirm the identity of the stalker. He serves search warrants to Verizon, TextNow, and Google. Their records could prove that Anthony Holland is in fact the one behind these threats.
When we serve a search warrant to any major company, it takes time. Weeks, if not months, for some companies. It would be, I think, foolish of any detective to go talk to somebody that they don't even know that is actually the person.
If I get involved too early and start trying to be like, hey, knock it off, this isn't okay, it usually throws fuel on the fire and kind of emboldens, because look at me, this cop...
I'm getting no consequence.
Right, this cop came to me and I have no consequence. He just told me to knock it off. Like, what'd you do, you know? Like,
yeah.
November 9th, just 2 days after her meeting with Detective Martinez, Christelle receives another text message that only makes things worse. It reads, "Saw you at dentist, you got so in my car, so I on yours. See you soon."
Alluding to the person being outside in their own car watching Christelle.
Christelle immediately notifies Detective Martinez, who sends an officer over to her house.
Christelle, Officer Henry.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Can I talk to you?
That "saw you at the dentist" text has gotten Christelle worried her stalker might have put a tracker on her car.
Okay. I can only assume a tracker, based on the fact that he could show up there, and I don't see vehicles unless he's like stationed out like a corner. He wouldn't get straight to me.
We put Christelle's car on a lift. We checked that car top to bottom, front to back. We couldn't find anything on her car.
No, it was definitely something in there.
The in-person stuff is scaring the crap out of me. My log list was started since last Tuesday. It's been almost every day since.
Okay.
I've gotten a few days break.
I arranged for some undercover officers to follow her around, kind of to sit outside of her home to see if there was any weird cars or anything like that. We weren't able to identify anybody.
The constant paranoia is taking a toll on Christelle, causing more strife in her relationship. She and Dan have been fighting more and more, to the point where Christelle tells her parents they're headed for divorce. And then more texts come in, making it clear what Anthony is planning next and who he's aiming for. I'll get rid of him, and then we can be together. So easy. Give me the signal, and he won't come home.
It was a direct threat towards Dan. Basically implies that they belong together and that he will make Dan disappear.
Nah.
So Dan also comes in to talk to Detective Martinez.
I just wanted to sit down with you and kind of, one, see how you're doing, largely being paranoid for the last few days. My panic level has gone considerably higher. I went to the grocery store briefly on Tuesday, and someone behind me dropped a can. I panicked. So what am I doing? I'm panicked. And I'm doing a job of protecting my wife.
Interacting with Dan that day, I felt that Christelle was better equipped to defend herself than Dan was to defend Christelle.
The anxiety has become unbearable, and Christelle fears she won't be able to prevent the worst from happening, that sooner or later, someone will get killed.
You will never stop. You will never stop.
But what she fears the most is that her children will get hurt, and she can't let that happen.
I don't think she was sleeping.
She was just exhausted. I've never seen my daughter like that before.
We had conversation almost daily throughout the month of November about where she was, how she was doing.
On December 13th, the last day before her murder, the dash cam in Christelle's car catches a rare glimpse into her life. Instead of showing her stalker following her car, the footage only shows how exhausted she's become and how the last 3 months have visibly worn her down. Thursday, December 14th. The security cameras around the Krug residence show the activity that morning. At 6:45 a.m., Dan drives their eldest to the bus stop before returning minutes later, just before 7. At 7:42 a.m., Christelle is seen driving away as she takes their younger 2 kids to school. She returns just before 8. At 8:24 a.m., Dan pulls out, heading off to work about a half hour away. Dan is on the road when at 8:56 he receives a text from Christelle asking him to pick up their daughter after school because she has a meeting with Detective Martinez. Dan responds when he arrives at the office 20 minutes later. Sure thing. FYI, I forgot my chicken on the counter. Please put it in the fridge. But Christelle doesn't message back, which has Dan worried. He tries calling her, but gets no answer. For the next 3 hours, he keeps trying to reach her until at 12:01 p.m., Dan asks for that welfare check. He also calls Christelle's mother, who lives close by.
Dan said, I can't find Christelle. I thought, oh, she's probably just not answering her phone. Let me go over and I'll find out what's going on.
When Christelle's mother, Linda, arrives at the house, she walks up the driveway.
Female has some sort of head wound. She is warm.
As the garage door opens, she peeks inside.
Ma'am, I need you to stay out, please.
I need you to come over here for a minute, okay? So we can work.
Please tell me she's okay.
I was running towards the house, and I said, that's my daughter.
Oh, God. She's gone.
Linda was standing right there and said, she's dead. They killed her.
Christelle's family is completely distraught. When Dan arrives, he breaks down crying, held close in their arms. With the killer still at large, detectives begin combing through the crime scene while others start looking for the suspect.
We started canvassing the neighborhood. Detectives were assigned to track down Jack Anthony Holland, who was our prime suspect.
Dan was potentially the next victim.
They haven't been able to locate Anthony in the last few months, but what they do have is a license plate attached to his name. Police put out a nationwide alert to be on the lookout for his vehicle. Almost immediately, they get a hit. Only, it's not on any roads leading out of Colorado, but in north-central Utah. Investigators contact authorities there.
We made the joint decision to go make contact at the residence.
Multiple deputies in Utah zero in on Anthony's vehicle parked outside a residence. They have a warrant for Anthony's arrest on stalking charges.
Mr. Holland answers the door. We introduce ourselves. We ask him who he is. He introduces himself as Mr. Holland.
The most shocking thing is that Anthony is already home just a couple hours after the murder. Anthony invites the officers inside, waiting to be told what all this is about.
Have you ever heard of the name Crystal Krug? She may have been Grimsrod when you knew her.
Yeah, she was an ex-girlfriend.
How long's the ex? Like how long ago?
It was my very first girlfriend.
Bro, he a weirdo.
The deputies go through
Take
the
that
events of
nigga to jail,
Anthony's
bro.
morning. Apparently, he had been shopping for clothes at a store in American Fork, just 10 miles outside Salt Lake City. He shows them the receipt from his purchase, and the officers are able to confirm Anthony is telling the truth.
There was a lot of police officers. I'm like, geez, I must be in trouble. I had no idea what was going on. They asked me if I knew Crystal Krug, and I said, yes, I know her. She was very smart, which I really looked up to. The breakup was hard on both of us. We both held each other and just cried when we broke up.
Bro, what?
I haven't cried that hard until my mom died. And we became friends on Facebook.
The strange thing is, Anthony admits to having texted Christelle after their split, but says the last time he messaged her was in 2016.
I got a little drunk and I left her a message saying that I apologized to her for all the things that I did when we were together, and that she stopped talking to me. I was done. It was over.
Colorado police are now left without any legal basis to
Bro,
arrest
what?
Anthony.
So
They have
he
no
ain't do
proof
it.
he was Christelle's
They gotta
stalker
go to the
or her
husband,
killer, as he was
husband.
provably 500
Bro,
miles
what?
away at the time of the murder. Detectives might have lost their prime suspect, but with a murder on their hands, they can now escalate those search warrants. Martinez has been waiting nearly a month for the digital information that would tell him where those stalking messages came from. But now, almost immediately, the companies respond, and what he discovers in the data is shocking.
I felt like I was looking at the wrong person the whole time.
Go, 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 go. Just go. Park. Go, 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 go. Park.
It gotta be the boyfriend. I don't know.
Shoot your hands. Shoot your hands.
I know that ain't. That's the boyfriend? The husband?
Guess nope. Hey, Dan. You want me to tell your kids that you killed their mother, or you want somebody else to?
Dan Krug is arrested for the murder of his wife, Christelle. He was pulled over on his way to their daughter's performance of the Nutcracker. The data provided by Verizon, TextNow, and Google showed that the stalker had been
That nigga
using
is
the
a
Wi-Fi
weirdo.
at Dan Krug's office.
The email that was used, the phone number that was used, all of those things are coming back
So
to
he
one
was-
place, and that's Dan's
Dang,
work.
what
The burner
fuck?
phone first used to text Christelle was traced back to a store in Broomfield, and it had been purchased using a gift card registered to Dan Krug. Police also did a digital analysis of that
He a
photo of Dan
weirdo,
outside his
man.
office. It showed the photo had been taken in selfie mode with a timer. But what about the text message sent from Christelle's phone at the time Dan was arriving at work? Investigators found out that the text was scheduled to be sent after he had already left the house.
Dan was building his alibi, that he's going to get this text message saying, hey, I got a text from her while she had been alive. I got this text from her.
In looking back at his work camera,
What?
he took very specific routes at his work so that he was seen on camera.
He receives the text message he sent himself. He starts trying to communicate back with Christelle.
Bro, what? He's a weirdo.
He doesn't
man.
want to be the one to find the body, so he calls the non-emergency line at the Broomfield Police Department and asks for a welfare check.
You wanted an alibi, obviously. Why did it have to be me?
As it turns out, not everyone was surprised to discover Dan had killed his wife. Just hours after Christelle's death, her mother Linda tells detectives that maybe Anthony isn't the only suspect they should look at.
Her life was hell. We slept for months and last year. Her husband and her were not on good terms. She told me that her marriage was over. Here in the last few months, she just loathed him. I kept thinking, why are you staying? You should go.
I remember hugging Linda, and I don't know why it came out, but I remember just saying, like, did he kill her? like, did Dan kill her? And I remember Linda telling me, like, I don't know.
I can't shake this question. Is he the one that's been doing this with Empty?
But the most shocking statement comes from Donna, Christile's stepmother.
This never goes from here, right? She did say something that to me on Monday that was alarming. She did say that she felt like she couldn't even rule Dan out at that point.
Why did you
And
say,
I don't know
why
what
did
she
you
meant.
say
I
that?
don't know.
It appears Christile was about to discover that Dan was her stalker all along, and it's possible that Dan decided to kill her before she found out the truth. April 4th, 2025, Dan Krug pleads not guilty to first-degree murder and stalking.
The very, very first hearing, Dan walked in the room and made eye contact with all of us and smiled. I think he thought we were there for him.
Apparently, the look on my face after he saw me, he never looked at me again. Ever.
While all the digital information points to Dan, the physical evidence against him is thin. If Dan Krug walks free, he will have full custody of Christile's children, and their lives will be in danger. But there's one witness that will change everything, one of Dan's ex-girlfriends. To this day, she's still terrified of him, so much so that she asked to remain anonymous. She says that after she broke up with him, she began receiving disturbing messages and phone calls from someone she did not know.
I started to get these really disturbing phone calls where I was being called like a whore and a slut and things like that. Someone had bought a voice distortion. The really deep, scary voice is not when it got scary for me.
When we heard her full testimony, it was just so shocking because it was exactly mirrored to our daughter.
At the time, the messages were investigated by police and traced back to Dan's college on the East Coast. The woman got a temporary restraining order against him, but he was never charged with any crime. Until now. After 7 days of testimony, the jury in Christile Krug's murder case is asked to deliberate. When the jury returns with a verdict, Christile's parents are holding their breath.
I knew it though, y'all can't.
Defendant guilty of murder in the first degree.
Yeah.
A jury returned a guilty verdict in the trial of a Broomfield man accused of killing his wife. Danielle Krug is...
Nah, fuck that nigga, he's a bitch. That nigga's a bitch, I can't lie. What the fuck? Why? The husband though, nigga? She should've stayed with the first nigga, damn. Nah, real shit, bro. He's fucked up, bro. You had kids with her, all that, you weird, man. Oh, really, you weird. But hold on, we finna go to the next video. Where I go? Alright. Let's see what this time is.
See Mr. McCurley? Hi. And Mr. McCurley? He's in the back. Mr.
Bad.
McCurley.
Y'all don't tell me this nigga look creepy as hell on my DM. Shut up. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Now he looks creepy though. I'm not gonna lie, he looks creepy. He looks creepy. Bro, nah, he look hella creepy, man. Can't lie. I don't know what y'all think, but that, to me, that nigga look creepy. No bully. Nigga look creepy as hell. But yeah, we finna get into this. serial killer face. Wait, what? Serial killer's face when cop shows up 43 years later. The kid. What? So this is his old ass that was doing all that killing. Alright, we finna react to that. That's his old ass that's doing all that killing.
McCurley. Mr. McCurley. He's in the back. Mr. McCurley. I didn't do anything.
This is 77-year-old Glenn McCurley. He's suspected of having kidnapped and killed up to 7 women and girls in Fort Worth between 1967 and 1985. For almost 50 years, he has evaded the authorities and gotten away unscathed, and today is no different.
We'll be back, Mr. McCurley. You know we will.
The police have no motive, no evidence, and worst of all, no warrant. But when the system fails, it sometimes only takes one man to bring a case back to life.
Had a sister that could never get off my mind. It's easy to give up hope, but then you just realize you can't.
Jim Walker, the brother of one of his victims, has waited 46 years to get revenge for his sister's kidnapping, rape, and murder, and he refuses to wait any longer.
I used to sleep in the tunnel where her body had been found, hoping her killer would return to the scene of the crime, and I was going to take care of him right there.
What are you gonna
Carla
do?
was 17 and I was 12. I looked up to Carla. I thought she was beautiful. She was a good student. She was popular. Rodney McCoy was Carla's high school sweetheart. On that night, Carla and Rodney went out on their Valentine's Day.
But this isn't just any date for 18-year-old Rodney McCoy. For months, he's been planning to give Carla something special, a promise ring.
It's a little rose with a diamond in the middle of it. It meant a lot to me. It meant, I'm here. I'm yours. And I promise you. She opened it up and I could see the smile.
He knows Carla is the one, and with the ring, he promises to stand by her forever. With a smile, she accepts the ring. Soon after, they head to this.
Hey, hey. I ain't gonna lie.
I can see that.
He got, ooh, he know what he was doing, boy. Cause they, I see that, I ain't even gonna lie. And I don't even, yeah, I was this on that.
The smile.
Bro, hold on, let me tell y'all what I was talking about. I'm talking about she looked good. I would've like, you feel me, shot my shot game. Cause I wanna talk about that other shit that the old ass nigga did.
He knows Carla is the one, and with the ring, he promises to stand by her forever. With a smile, she accepts the ring. Soon after, they head to the school dance to celebrate with their friends.
Had a great time. Danced the whole night. I remember Carla and Rodney coming in. We were all dancing on the floor together.
After the dance, the couple leaves to find a place where they can be alone. Little do they know, their perfect night is about to be violently interrupted.
We started kissing, making out, and doing what teenagers do. And when you open the door, we both our heads both fell out of the car, basically.
Rodney looks up and sees a dark silhouette holding a pistol in the open door. Before he can react, the stranger strikes him in the face with the butt of his gun.
I didn't even get a look at the guy's face. Finally, she said, stop hitting him, I'll go with you. He had put his hand inside the car and stuck the pistol about 3 or 4 inches from my face and started pulling the trigger.
Back at the Walker's house, Carla's little brother Jim is sleeping on the couch in the living room when the sound of screeching tires suddenly wakes him up.
I heard the car hitting a curb, and then I heard Rodney's voice outside yelling, Mr. Walker, Mr. Walker.
The 12-year-old runs outside and sees his sister's boyfriend stumbling across the front lawn. He's covered in blood. The passenger side of his car is empty. Carla is nowhere to be found. The family rushes out to meet Rodney. The 18-year-old is frantic and out of breath, but he tries to explain what happened.
She was stuck. And I'm, part of what happened.
Before we continue, we'd like to thank today's video sponsor, Aura.
What? No, I probably didn't hear what, like, damn, she got kidnapped?
We can keep bringing the most powerful survival stories to life. If you Google your name, you'll be shocked to find countless sites claiming to know everything about you.
Not
What's
my
even more
name.
disturbing is that this information can be bought by anyone willing to pay. Sketchy data brokers make billions selling your private details to scammers, spammers, and stalkers, putting your safety and privacy at risk. Here at Unseen, we spend hours digging through old archives and obscure websites, leaving our information vulnerable, which is why we're grateful to partner with Aura. Aura
Not
is
my
an
name.
all-in-one identity protection service designed to help you stay safe. It scans the web for data brokers selling your information and automatically removes it. The Aura app tracks down spam callers and sends alerts whenever someone looks for your social security or phone number online. Aura also helps prevent it.
We not trying to look at all
predators
this
from
other
accessing
shit,
your
man.
information
We
and off
don't
the
care, we don't care.
everyone except the walkers.
I knew that Rodney was being talked to a whole lot by law enforcement. From the time Rodney came back from the hospital here in Fort Worth after the assault, Rodney stayed at our house. He stayed upstairs, slept in Carla's bed. That's how much we loved him and how much he loved us.
After 3 days of unsuccessful searching, one of the detectives remembers a case from a year before. Becky Martin, a missing girl around Carla's age, had been discovered inside a cattle culvert on the outskirts of Fort Worth. On that hunch, the search party, along with the walkers, focused their efforts on the underground tunnels scattered across the countryside, when suddenly their search takes a turn for the worse.
Mom and Dad went in there, and Dad, I heard Mom scream, you know, and it's that death scream.
Carla's brutal murder shakes Fort Worth. The whole town grieves the loss of the young girl. At the funeral, over 1,000 members of the community gather to pay their respects to Carla. Rodney attends with the family, but a heavy cloud of suspicion looms over him. He faces the judgmental looks of his classmates, their parents, and everyone else in attendance. In spite of this, Rodney gathers the courage to walk over to Carla's casket. As he looks at her for one last time, something catches his eye. The promise ring he gave her is nowhere to be found. The night she was taken flashes before his eyes, and Rodney breaks down.
Kind of collapsed to my knees, and Cindy was holding on to me. We were both crying. You feel your heart just drop, and that's when it's over.
This will be his last day sleeping in Carla's bed at the Walkers. Right after graduation, Rodney moves to Alaska to work in an oil rig, never to return to Fort Worth.
Carla saved my life. I wish it would have been the other way around. And for so many years, my thoughts were how terrified and how scared Carla was at night. That's been with me forever.
With Rodney's departure, Jim feels even more isolated. Everybody around him is consumed by grief, but the 12-year-old only feels anger. It becomes an obsession. He wants revenge for what happened to Carla.
He was
At
12?
the time, I used to sleep in the culvert where her body had been found.
And he was 12? Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that.
Her killer would return to the scene of the crime, and I was going to take care of him right there.
See, and I wanted to see it. I wanted to know if my sister was still alive when she went into that place, what she saw, what she smelled, how it felt. It was cold, but I just wanted to experience that.
Neither Jim nor the police ever catch a glimpse of the killer, but he refuses to give up. He's convinced he can solve the case himself and applies to the police academy as soon as he's old enough. He's accepted, but something goes wrong during one of his exams. His vision is blurry, and it's only getting worse. Jim is eventually diagnosed with a rare genetic condition that throws a wrench in his future as a detective. He's going
My fault, y'all. My fault, y'all.
Experience has led me to living with legal blindness. Prognosis is irreversible, and that it will probably only get worse.
With Jim's career in law enforcement cut short, he begins to lose all hope of ever bringing his sister's killer to justice. All of his siblings eventually leave Fort Worth. Years turn into decades. Come 2020, Jim is the only walker left in Fort Worth.
It was a very dark time. My marriage was on the rocks. My dad had died. I know in his heart he felt like he let his beautiful daughter down by not getting justice for her. By the time Mom died, I think she also died of a broken heart.
With everyone around him gone, Jim's drive to find Carla's killer becomes stronger. Every year, he does the only thing he can do: call the Fort Worth police and try to convince whoever's in charge of their cold case department to reopen his sister's case.
Asked us, how many cold cases do you have? And she said, we have 971 unsolved murders. I said, man, my heart bleeds for all 971 of those families. But right now, I only care about one case. I said, whoever did this is either dead, dying, we're running out of daylight. And I said to her, I want the truth.
At the other end of the line is Fort Worth Police Department's new cold case investigator, Detective Leah Wagner.
When I saw what had happened to this young girl, the mother in me obviously, screams out, hey, this could be your child, and that you really need to do something.
Thanks to Jim's call, Wagner decides to reopen Carla's case. After 46 years of frustration and setbacks, hope is renewed. Jim has spent his entire life looking for a way to get justice for his sister, and now, with a new expert finally willing to work the case, he's ready to do whatever it takes to help.
Had a sister that could never get off one line. It's easy to give up hope, but then you just realize you can't give up.
She bad.
That's why you got is hope.
Nah.
Every day's a new day.
First, Wagner goes over the events of Carla's abduction on the night of the 1974 Valentine's Day dance. After the attacker struck Rodney on the head with the butt of his gun, his weapon jammed. As Rodney began to lose consciousness, the attacker started clearing his pistol. Realizing that the man was preparing to shoot Rodney, Carla stepped up, saying she'd go with him if he stopped hurting Rodney.
She was doing what she thought she needed to do to make sure Rodney did not get shot. So I think she sacrificed herself.
I see Carla's face, and she screams, "Rodney, go get my dad." I was terrified, and that's the last word I heard her say. That's the last time I saw her. I went out face first in the seat.
Even though they didn't solve the case back in 1974, the police still did their due diligence and collected every piece of evidence, including a full pistol magazine, Carla's torn dress and clothing, and a final clue that, to them, implicated Rodney, the promise ring. For reasons no one could explain, it had been pulled off her finger and left in the culvert next to her body.
And to this day, we don't know how that ended up there, if it was purposely taken or if it was removed in a struggle.
No matter what happened with the ring, Wagner refuses to fall into the same trap as past investigators. She is determined to find who actually killed Carla and exonerate Rodney, who has been living in exile after the backlash he endured as a suspect back in 1974. The detective knows how new DNA technologies can reignite cold cases and hopes Carla's case will be no different. All she needs is a sufficient amount of DNA.
I really felt compelled to help this family in any way that I could. We went through every single piece of paper in those boxes. We knew that in 2009 we had some DNA come off the dress, so we fully believed that there was more. There had to be more. There was a single source, full male profile obtained off of Carla's bra.
What?
We were thrilled. We have something now that we can actually put into CODIS.
Yet two things block her progress. First, at 5 nanograms, the sample is by far the smallest the detective has ever had to work with. Any ball manipulation carries a high risk of destroying the fragile genetic material. And second, the partial profile they identified doesn't match any of the criminals already registered in the database.
And it's really only enough to exclude individuals. And so it's more of a working lead than it is something to clinch a suspect. So we had something to work with, we just didn't have enough.
But Detective Wagner knows of a way to get more. A private laboratory south of Houston has developed a new technology to identify suspects using only small amounts of DNA.
They always making new
This
technology.
technique will use up the entire remaining sample, and success isn't guaranteed. But Leah and Jim are willing to take that risk to get answers.
We still had hope because we believed that there was somebody out there and we were definitely going to find out who it was.
The gamble pays off. With the new DNA profile, Detective Wagner
Oh, this
finally
nigga
has a
ugly.
name.
Is y'all dead ass serious? A nigga that can't even grow a full fucking beard, you ugly ass nigga.
Glenn McCurley. She recognizes it right away as suspect number 22 from the 1974 investigation. Back then, police questioned every local owner of registered Ruger pistols after a loaded clip was found at the scene of the abduction. McCurley was one of them. He even took a polygraph and passed, but DNA doesn't lie.
We researched where he was currently residing, and it happened to still be in Fort Worth, only a couple miles away from the bowling alley. And so what we decided to do was have an officer go out there and talk with the residents of the house.
You, Mr. McCurley?
Hi.
Mr. McCurley, he's in the back.
He reacts jokingly at first,
Mr. McCurley. I ain't good. You ain't good.
but his tone shifts once Wagner starts asking questions.
Back in 1974,
Yeah, nigga,
there was a young
what,
lady
nigga, what? Nigga, stop
that got
doing all that
kidnapped from the
stupid shit,
bowling
nigga.
alley. We're re-interviewing everybody that was in the case, and we had seen at one point they talked to you, Mr. McCurley.
I told him about the same story I told you. I said, well, you sure got the wrong fella, because I ain't never killed nobody.
In order for us to eliminate you, the quickest way to do that is to get your DNA.
Well, I think they've already gone through all that.
But Glenn McCurley's wife, Judy, isn't about to let her husband lie to the detective.
They didn't even do that back then. DNA testing is a new thing, honey.
And when he starts trying to build an alibi for the night Carla was taken and for the days that followed, his wife comes in.
Dumbass nigga, fuck you talking about? I said dumbass bitches. There wasn't no dumbass bitch never with a dumbass nigga.
With her part of the time. That's not true, Glenn. No, I'd gone to Midland. My daddy, my parents still lived in Midland.
Why do you
McCurley has
mind?
the right to refuse Wagner's request, but the detective won't let that deter her. When night falls, she sends officers to dig through the suspect's trash for anything that might have his DNA on it. They recover a plastic McDonald's straw. They're able to match it to the original sample and get a warrant for his arrest. On September 21st, 2020, he's taken into custody. During the ensuing interrogation, McCurley finally cracks.
I've never seen her, never met her, never talked to her, I wouldn't know her if she was standing beside her.
Your DNA was on her body. It is evidence that does not lie.
Bro, just be for real, gang. That's so much years ago,
What
dumbass.
we're saying, Mr. McCurley, is that your DNA was found on Carla Walker. Okay? So there's no question about it. Can you tell us what happened?
How did you kill him?
That's true.
You've been holding on to that for a long time.
I can remember Detective Wagner
He
saying,
choked her.
"We got him." I cried, and then I called Rodney and said, "We got him." And there was a pause, and Rodney said, "Got him?" And I said, "Yep, we got him, buddy. We know who did this to you and Carla." And Rodney started crying.
Later during the interview, Detective Wagner asks McCurley where he left Carla's body. He starts giving directions, insisting it was beside a building, but this isn't where Carla was found. This raises red flags for the detectives. She may not be the killer's only victim. When they try to push him for answers, the 77-year-old suspect completely shuts down, leaving Wagner with nothing. For Jim, the feeling of defeat is familiar. He's lived with it for decades, but he's not a 12-year-old boy anymore. In the years since Carla was taken, anger has been keeping him moving. But now, sitting this close to the truth, he knows he isn't here for revenge, but for answers and for peace.
I know this might be hard to believe, but it's true. I feel compassion and forgiveness.
Hell no.
I do. And by me having compassion and forgiveness in my heart, evil has no control over my spirit.
Jim has had Carla on his mind for a long time, but the thought that McCurley might have been a serial killer all along has never escaped his or Detective Wagner's minds. Since Carla's murder, several women and girls have been abducted and killed around Valentine's Day in the Fort Worth area, each of their cases remaining unsolved to this day. And another family is now also painfully aware of these facts, the McCurleys. A few days before the trial, Roddy
He's a
McCurley,
weirdo.
the killer's own son, tries desperately to get answers from his father.
There were other crimes that I wanted him to
give those families some peace and confess to those things. I thought if there was anybody that could open his eyes and soften his heart, it would be me, because I know he loves me. When I looked into my dad's eyes, I saw nothing.
Yeah,
He was completely closed off. But if he loves me at all, if he has any love for me at all, he would take that
Oh, yeah. Nah.
that overwhelming weight off of me. That's what I want. I want that peace.
A murder trial 47 years in the making begins in a Tarrant County courtroom. Carla Walker.
On August.
Hey, first of all, if y'all watching this, bro, just subscribe, man. You feel me? I'm trying to get to 1,000. I'm not gonna lie. I'm at like 500. Feel me? I'm losing, but I'm gaining. You feel me? But hey, yeah.
19th, 2021. Glenn McCurley's murder trial begins. From the scene, Jim notices the heavy silence that follows Rodney's testimony, who has returned to Fort Worth to tell his story. He's also aware of the McCurley family nearby, and even though he can't see them, he knows the weight they're carrying. Jim has lived with Carla's murder for 46 years. For the McCurleys, this is all happening in real time, and despite everything he has been through, Jim knows he needs to do something. After one of the days in trial, he approaches their son, Roddy.
His heart was broken, his soul was broken, I could tell.
His world had been completely devastated. I said, Roddy, I said, I'm Jim Walker, how are you? Well, he just couldn't even talk. I said, can I give you a hug, buddy? And we hugged. I said, hey, you're not responsible for the sins of your father. You do not own this. This is not your responsibility.
Yeah, meeting Jim was a pretty special moment in my life. He was comforting me. And I think that surprised me. When he could have done the exact opposite, but here he is, someone that was victimized by my father. He was comforting me.
I realized Roddy was a victim, you know?
He saw someone in a dark, desperate place and said, I'm gonna give that person love.
The next day, Jim and Rodney sit next to the McCurleys. Together, all the victims and survivors form a united front. Roddy locks eyes with his father as the judge asks everyone to sit down. At that moment, something shifts in Glenn McCurley. He quietly says a few words to his attorney, who then walks straight to the judge, and the court is immediately adjourned.
After almost half a century, think about that. Time and evidence caught up with a killer today. The cold case mystery of who killed teenager Carla Walker in Fort Worth ended, and it happened suddenly. Here's our Jason Allen.
Before a third day of testimony in his murder trial could even start Tuesday, Glenn McCurley stopped it. He changed his plea to guilty for killing 17-year-old Carla Walker in 1970.
17, she bad as fuck. She bad as fuck, what?
And families finally let emotions show in the courtroom.
This was a lot of healing going on there today for not just me and my family, but our whole community.
He hung a cloud of suspicion on me for all those years. I mean, that's torment.
To mark the end of the case and Rodney's return to Fort Worth, Jim and Wagner prepare a surprise for him. They return something he lost 46 years ago.
Rodney, on behalf of the Fort Worth Police Department and the Walker family, we'd like to give you back Carla's ring, so you can have a piece of it.
I'm indebted to them forever. What they did for me is pretty amazing.
Wow. I remember exactly.
So unexpected. That was so heartfelt. I got a little piece of my heart back, and it just...
Having Carla, we're going to be able to take a lot of it.
I'm not, he's fucked up. I'm serving you it. Yes.
Bad people
Okay, so we can watch like I'm gonna do like one more. Vanished after finding sickening. What? I don't know if it's the. Wait, what? I gotta watch this.
Yes, sir. And I don't entertain that, man. I'm a man. I like women. He was.
Nah, this finna get crazy. Hey, this finna be the last one I reacted to. It say one of the gangster murders his secret lover to hide he's gay. Yo, nah, chill out. Chill out. Chill out. Chill out, gay. Chill out, chill out, chill out. Wait. Hold on, y'all. Alright, man, come on, y'all, boy.
Yes, sir. And I don't entertain that, man. I'm a man. I like women. He would say, like, he ain't give me no damn choice, man.
Meet 37-year-old Timothy Lee Floyd, desperately trying to explain his relationship with Jonathan Spooner, a man that was found dead just hours ago. And what Tim fails to realize is that he is not a suspected homosexual. He is a suspected murderer.
Killer, right, killer.
The dead guy's debit card using the dead guy's hat at this door. Explain that, man. You tell me kill somebody, man, and I ain't killed nobody.
But very soon, detectives will uncover damning evidence that proves what happened to Jonathan was no accident. And this man, who is neither as tough nor as straight as he thinks, will eventually break and reveal everything.
Hey, why this nigga playing with him, man? Talk about not as straight as he thinks. No. Why they playing with this nigga?
I'm not gonna sit here and let you lie on yourself.
No,
You recognize that guy walking away from that car? Do you recognize the jacket that person's wearing? Is that you?
I do not know what happened to that man, sir. I do not know. You know, Mark, you didn't intend to do that, man. I don't believe that. What happened?
28-year-old Jonathan Spooner was a Florida State University graduate, and someone his loved ones described the same way. Bright, generous, and impossible not to like. Which is why those close to him grew concerned when he suddenly vanished around January 22nd, 2020. The last person to hear from him was a coworker he promised a ride to, a ride he never showed up for. For days, friends and family couldn't reach him. Calls went straight to voicemail and messages piled up unanswered, until January 25th, when the Tallahassee Police Department received security alerts from Jonathan's home security system. Thinking it was a break-in or maybe a squatter, officers showed up to check it out, only to find Jonathan Spooner dead in the front yard of his home, covered in layers of blankets and plastic sheets. But who would do this to Jonathan, a man with no enemies or ongoing issues with anyone? Their first and only real suspect lived right across the street, 37-year-old Timothy Lee Floyd. Timothy had a long rap sheet, multiple robberies with a firearm, drug offenses, grand thefts, and burglaries. But most importantly, after pulling surveillance footage from Jonathan's last known locations, detectives noticed something impossible to ignore. Jonathan had been wearing a black Cush hoodie in the hours leading up to his disappearance, and when officers contacted Timothy, he was wearing the exact same hoodie. Immediately, detectives requested a search warrant for Timothy's house and took him into custody to figure out how he was involved in Jonathan's murder and why. And as detectives are about to learn, a career criminal is much harder to break than they expect. The footage that you are about to see was provided to us by the Tallahassee Police Department.
Mr. Floyd? Good afternoon. My name's Dan Warren, investigator of the police department. This is investigator Chris Bridges.
You doing that, man?
Yes, sir, we were.
You remember me?
I remember you. I was sitting on the front porch looking at you.
All right. You all right? I heard you got cold. I know this room gets freezing. I got some blanket. All right, well, I'll jump right into that.
So tell me what the fuck going on,
So
man.
that's what it is there. Judge Richardson signed it today. I got a copy.
No, he is gay, bro.
What is it for?
What is the search warrant for?
Yes.
Is a reference to the, here's if you want to read it. That's a copy of it.
The officers present Timothy with both the arrest warrant and the warrant to search his home, and after reading him his Miranda rights, they move immediately to questioning him about Jonathan.
Do you know this gentleman?
Yeah, that's Jonathan.
Who is he?
Spooner.
Spooner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Spooner?
That's my friend.
Okay. How do you know him?
That your boyfriend, nigga. Don't lie. That's your boyfriend. That's that nigga boyfriend. Boyfriend. Not his friend, that's his boyfriend.
When's the last time you saw him?
Wednesday morning.
Wednesday morning?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's no problem. So you call him Spooner?
I call him Spooner, yeah.
All right, you said y'all met on Facebook?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's talk about how did that happen?
He sent me a friend quick.
He just sent you a message out of the blue? Y'all had never met before or anything?
No.
Okay, so he sent you his friend request. About how long ago was that?
If you can get my phone, you can know exactly.
Okay, is your phone at your house?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, we can go back to that. But let's, in general terms, has it been like a month, 6 months, a year, 5 years? You know,
I say, I got out to about around October, November.
About October, November?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so October, November. He sent you a friend request. You accepted. When's the first time y'all met in person?
Don't lie. It was with him yesterday.
It doesn't have to be exact, man.
About a month after that.
So about a month after? Okay, tell me about that. Where'd y'all meet?
Okay, we met at my house.
Okay, so he came to your house?
He came to my house because he was trying to sell some Adderall. He was trying to sell some Adderall.
Okay, so he sells Adderalls?
Yeah, he said Adderall. He was trying to get me to get somebody to help him sell some Adderall.
Okay, so
but I told him I don't know nobody selling Adderall. I mean, buy Adderall because I don't do prescription drugs and I don't sell drugs, period.
Okay.
So,
which is a good thing, obviously.
Yeah. So, you know, but you know,
well,
he'll text me like 4 or 5 times a day.
He would text you 4 or 5 times a day?
Yeah.
All right, what's your phone number?
4 or 5 times
But we
a
don't
day.
have each other's phone number.
All right, well,
it's on Messenger.
On Facebook Messenger. Okay, so all right, that's what you mean by text.
He said we don't got each other's phone. I was crying, bro. Stop playing, bro. That shit was
like $10. Then it got to the level, right? Where he
Right.
be like, no, could you just let me stay the night, and then we'll be straight.
Right.
I'm like, man, that's cool. But then it got to the point like he
What?
was trying to do that all the time. So
Hold on. Nigga, so this man was paying you for a ride, and then he started asking for the stay the night. Nigga, you gay, nigga. You let that nigga stay the night at your house, nigga. You taking it, nigga. Just like that, nigga.
after man, I said, damn man, what you want with this? He said, yeah. I said, man, listen, man, this is what I do for you, man. I let you stay here at least twice a week, but you ain't finna stay here all the time.
Okay. So would he stay there twice a week?
He'll stay 2 days a week.
Okay.
And then the 2 days a week, he'll take a shower, because he ain't have nowhere to bathe or nothing like that.
Jeez, okay.
Okay, and then I gave him some clothes.
Okay.
I gave him a blanket.
Okay.
I gave him some sheets. So look, we had got an all right relationship, you know? I mean, it wasn't no relationship with none of that, man. It was like a good friendship.
Okay. So he became a good
No sexual shit and none of that. Nah.
So he'll text me.
Yeah, listen to him in the back. He laughing at his ass. Oh God.
If I ain't got no money, he'll cash up something. If he need money, I cash up him. And then we got clothes, we got straight like that.
Let's take a moment to expand on the relationship between the two. At the time of his death, Jonathan was open about his sexuality. In 2018, his long-term boyfriend, who he called the love of his life, died of a brain tumor at just 33 years old. Jonathan often went by the name Johnny Jackson, using his partner's last name in his honor.
Wait,
and by
wait,
2019, he was posting that
wait, I wasn't really hearing like.
Do I need a ride to call?
Hold on. I wasn't really listening.
He'll cash. If I ain't got no money, he'll cash up. If he need money, I cash up. And then we got clothes, we got straight like that.
Let's take a moment to expand on the relationship between the two. At the time of his death, Jonathan was open about his sexuality. In 2018, his long-term boyfriend, who he called the love of his life, died of a brain tumor at just 33 years old. Jonathan often went by the name Johnny Jackson, using his partner's last name in his honor. And by 2019, he was posting that he would never date again for as long as he lived. Jonathan met Timothy in late 2019 through Facebook. They grew close quickly, and Timothy began letting Jonathan stay over at his house in exchange for rides to work. Jonathan even helped him financially from time to time. So considering how close they were.
Right, that's what I thought, nigga. So, nigga, you was paying him. You said, nah, you could just stay at night, nah, nigga, you're gay. Y'all was in the same bed. Fuck it, nigga, you gay. You killed that man. Cause you ain't want him to tell them niggas that you
Strange
gay.
that Timothy stayed completely
Just
quiet
like
on
that.
the day Jonathan's body was discovered. And what makes it stranger is the fact that these were the same officers who had spoken with Timothy the day Jonathan went missing. Yet during that interview, he was vague and avoided several crucial details. Details detectives are now ready to squeeze out of him.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened Wednesday morning.
Okay, good. Tell me what happened Wednesday morning.
I was sleeping on the sofa.
You sleeping on the sofa Wednesday morning?
He got his check. He was happy.
He got his check. His check.
He got his check. He got up. He went to bounce around here in the glory. Hallelujah. He found it. Jesus, I got the check.
This is like morning time?
It's in the morning. It's early. It's early in the morning. It's around 6
o'clock. He ain't lying.
It's around
What?
6 o'clock, sir. So he get up. He said, man, get up, man. Let's go get some cigarettes and let's go to McDonald's. I said, man, I'm good, man. Okay. So this is what he do. He get on the phone and he's talking to some coworker. He came on a coworker? Yeah. Okay. Her name was Tiffany. I remember her name. The coworker name was Tiffany. Okay. And this, he telling her, he asking her, he cashed, she gave him some money. He cashed up her bag. Okay. He cashed up her bag. And they was talking. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, boom. Then he said, man, come on, man, let's go to McDonald's, something like that. I'm gonna give you 20 off and then stay and shit like that. Okay. I said, man, come on. So we go. First we go to Circle K. Right. First we go to Circle K.
So you went with him to Circle K that morning?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's play this out. It's 6 a.m. He's doing the Hallelujah dance. He got paid. He's happy. Okay. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so he does that, and then you say he caught some girl named Tiffany?
That's all that hallelujah dance. Nah, he funny.
Okay, so she's calling his girl Tiffany.
Yes, sir.
All right, you say he cashed out her some money.
He cashed out some money.
Okay. He giving her some money.
Yes, sir.
And he said, hey, let's go get a bite. You said Burger King, McDonald's?
Went to McDonald's.
Okay. And you went with him?
Yep.
Okay. What kind of car does he have? I forgot. He had.
SUV Nissan. Nissan SUV.
Like a real big one? Like
nah, like the B-side.
You remember what color it was?
Like silver.
So he's got a silver Nissan SUV. Okay. All right. And is that what he would always pick you up on, or did he have the other cars?
No, that's the only car he had.
Okay, so he wasn't like borrowing cars from family or anything like that. You said he got some family. Okay, so that's the car that he took you in with, or took you to McDonald's in?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you guys go to McDonald's. Y'all going inside or you go to the drive-thru?
Drive-thru.
Which one?
Southside, Monroe.
Right there at Orange?
Yes, sir.
All right, so now it's 6. What is that? 7 a.m. You there? 6:30? What time?
Between 6 and 7.
Okay, sometimes between 6 and 7, y'all hit the McDonald's. Yes, y'all go. Did y'all go inside and get a bite, or did you hit the drive-thru?
We in the drive-thru.
Okay, so you hit the drive-thru.
Yes, sir.
You with?
I'm with him. Okay. We get hot cake with sausage, sausage biscuit, and hash brown.
He buying because he's happy? Or?
Yeah, he bought it.
All right, so he bought it.
Yes, sir.
Then what happened?
And then he went to the bank, in Capital City Bank, and he got me $20.
Capital City Bank. Where that one at?
That's on Adams Street.
Is that where he banked at?
I don't know where he banked at.
Okay, so why was he throwing $20 your way?
Because I let him stay up.
I thought you let him stay there in turn for the ride.
But he'll still give it to me. That's why I want you to get my phone, man, so you can understand what I'm saying, man.
Okay. All right. So they don't make a whole lot of sense, but okay, because you also paid him for gas too, right?
Yes,
so you let him stay there, and now he's just throwing money your way. But
that's the type of person he is, though.
He was a good guy.
He's a good guy.
When did you stop hearing from him?
Wednesday night.
Wednesday night. Was he supposed to come back Wednesday night?
Nah.
That what?
He wasn't supposed to, but it just ain't right for me not to hear from him. Cause like every day he was like.
You sent him a message asking what's up?
Yeah.
Okay. He text you back?
No.
He didn't say nothing?
No. Thursday or Friday.
No text, no nothing?
Nope.
He come around again to get him a shower or anything?
Nope.
That's last time?
And he had dropped the debit card.
What do you mean he dropped the debit card?
That's what I said. He dropped the debit card.
Where at?
At my house on the porch.
He dropped his debit card
Yes,
at the house on your porch?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You still got it? Is that the
I
house?
picked it up.
Okay. You holding on to it for
Yes,
him?
sir.
Did you text him, hey man, I got your debit card?
Nope.
Why would you do that?
Because I wait for him to come back. I know I'm gonna hear from him.
Well, you worried about him, right? You're like, hey man, what's up? Where you at? I got your debit card.
Yes, I asked him. You asked him where he was at.
You asked him where he was at?
Yeah, because he was supposed to come back.
So
I know he was coming back.
Well, when he left, did he like pick a day that he was coming back for this like twice a week deal y'all got going on?
No, I know. He know I'm going to work. See, like I said, we gotta understand. If you get my phone, you'll understand me more.
Okay, and that may be something that may be something we can work on, Mr. Floyd. But so I'm just trying to understand. So
that's what I really want.
He leaves Wednesday, so he's at that house. He leaves Wednesday. I heard what he's saying about him going. He drops the debit card.
Right.
You send him a message saying, "Hey man, I'm concerned about you. Hey man, where you at?"
Right.
Did you do that every day?
Yes, sir.
Every single day.
Yes, sir.
You message him, hey, where you at? Where you at?
Yes, sir.
Did you do it today?
No, I ain't do it today.
Okay, so not every day. How about yesterday?
I ain't do it. I seen him on the news.
You saw him on the news?
Yeah, I seen him with Dad.
Okay.
When officers pulled Jonathan's financial records and surveillance footage, everything lined up with the story Timothy has told so far. Jonathan stops at Circle K, then McDonald's, then an ATM. In every clip, he's the one making the purchases. But on January 23rd, after Jonathan had already gone missing, there's another transaction at a dollar store. And that one wasn't made by Jonathan. And somehow, Jonathan's debit card ends up dropped right in Timothy's front yard. Because nothing screams concerned friend like mysteriously finding your missing friend's debit card outside your own house. But detectives don't have to guess how involved Timothy really is for long, because the next piece of surveillance footage they're about to confront him with makes everything absolutely clear.
So you got his debit card. Where in the house is the debit card?
It's my wallet.
Where's your wallet at?
In my pants.
Like the ones you're wearing?
No, in my pants at my house.
Your pants at the house?
Yeah.
Okay, so your pants at the house, you got a wallet in it, and in that wallet is Spooner's debit card.
Yeah.
Do you leave anything else there?
Nope.
Okay, so just the debit card?
Yeah.
And you was keeping it for safekeeping?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Till he got back.
Till what?
Till he got back.
Till he got back?
Yes, sir.
And you never messaged him about the debit card?
Nope, because I thought he was gonna come back.
Okay. Did you use the debit card?
No, sir. No. Nope.
You wouldn't do that?
Nope.
Because y'all are friends.
Yeah.
Y'all are straight. Okay. We need your help then, Mr. Floyd. Because I like pictures. Pictures kind of help show the story. It's one thing to be told something, it's something different to actually see it. You agree?
Yes, sir.
Alright. So, let's talk about his car. His car was kind of close to your house and the house where he was found.
Okay.
He was found up the road. Alright. Yeah, our printer is absolute crap, but you recognize that guy walking away from that car?
No, sir.
Do you recognize the jacket that person's wearing?
No, sir.
Never seen anything like that before?
No, sir.
Okay. And that bright yellow, I mean, it looks like a freaking highlighter. That would definitely stick out, right?
No.
You agree?
Yes, sir.
Did Spooner ever have a jacket like that? You ever see him anything like that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I ain't never seen
Do you have anything like that?
No, I don't own nothing like that.
Okay. Is that you?
No.
That's definitely not you.
Definitely not me.
100%.
100.
Okay. I got another question for you, man. Yeah, like I said, big on pictures. Helps me out. Where'd that come from? You don't know? Well, you pulled it from your trash can this morning. Inside your trash bag was stuff with your name on it, your beer bottles. So,
It's not mine.
Mr. Floyd, that's not gonna go well for you, man.
Listen, I know you've been locked up before. I know you don't want to do it again, but listen. I need to know the truth. I don't. Let's talk for 2 seconds. 2 seconds. That's it, please. I will respect you. I want to hear what you have to say, but just listen to me. All right. I have a lot of evidence in this case. A lot of things I want to talk to you. I ain't gonna throw it all down. Some of it I'm gonna do to test you, see what you're gonna be straight with me. I know what happened to Spooner. I want to know why.
I know what happened to Spooner.
This is just a small piece. You tell me that this right here, and you have no idea why it was in your trash can? Pull up your trash can. He's found across the street. He's last at your house. Last place that he was at before you said he left. His car's parked near your house. Guy walking out his car, we have him on video, going back towards your house wearing that rain jacket. And you throw this away?
I don't got nothing to do with this, yo.
Okay, so there's no way on earth, prints, DNA, nothing of yours is gonna be on that?
No.
Okay. Even though it was inside your bag of trash?
That's not mine.
I can go back to my computer, I can print you where we took it out of your trash.
That's cool.
With pictures of your I think it was work checks, maybe some pay stub stuff.
First.
I mean, I can, that's not good for you.
Listen, man, I don't got nothing to do with
Okay,
it.
so let's use some reason, some logic. How did he get there?
Didn't tell me. I don't know.
No, I'm asking you, sir. That's what I need to know. And you know, some people think that we come in here and
Listen, I ain't coming here to play. I came here to get. Though. I ain't got nothing to do with this man, though. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Well, and
Stop
that's what I
lying.
need help for. It truly is.
That's what I need my phone for, man. What's in your phone? I will so you see everything that's going on, man. I ain't never had no bad relationship with that man. We ain't never had no words.
No words.
No discrepancy, no nothing.
This is a little bit different. The fact that it's in your trash bag.
But that ain't mine.
It's not yours.
No.
How could it have gotten in there?
I don't know, sir.
You no idea.
No.
None. You believe me that we found it in your trash bag, right?
Is that what you say?
Okay. Would a picture help you? Or are you gonna take me at my word?
I've been home all day.
So which is good. So you gonna take me at my word, or you want to see some more pictures with it, with your birth certificate, with the other stuff?
I ain't got to see nothing of it.
Okay, so you got no issues with the fact that I'm telling you we found this in your trash.
Yeah.
You take my word on it.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Jonathan's Nissan Rogue was eventually tracked down after it was found abandoned at the Syntec Systems parking lot on January 25th. Surveillance footage showed a man in a yellow rain jacket, black pants, and white slides driving
That's
the SUV
definitely you, nigga.
parking it in the early hours of that morning. Then the suspect casually walked away, following a path that led directly toward Timothy's house. And take a wild guess what investigators find when they dig through Timothy's trash can, assuming he might have tried to get rid of
Fucking
anything
jacket?
connected to the crime.
What the fuck?
They pulled out his birth certificate, the exact same yellow rain jacket, and a pair of blue latex gloves with a missing fingertip.
Yeah.
A perfect match to a glove fragment found near Jonathan's body.
Yeah.
And if that somehow isn't enough, more surveillance footage shows Timothy wearing that same jacket while using Jonathan's debit card to make purchases. But even with evidence piling up from every direction, Timothy still doesn't crack. He just clings to his flimsy story, looking more pathetic by the minute.
So this is you. We both know this. That's a picture of you from the other day.
Yeah.
Itachi. Okay. And you said you got Spooner's debit card.
Yeah.
Never used it.
Nope.
Okay. Well, this is you fixing to use Spooner's debit card wearing the same jacket. Like I said, we got a shitty printer, but we get a lot more. We get the whole video on it, but that's your same jacket, and unfortunately, that's Spooner's hat, bro.
That's me.
Yeah, that's you. And you used his debit card.
I didn't use a debit card. Well, period. I got a debit card. I ain't never used it.
Well, guess what? Why do you think we had this picture?
I don't know.
We had this picture because you're saying this is you. This guy on the video uses his debit card to make a purchase. I did it after Wednesday. So you saying this is you. The store records in their video saying you use Spooner's debit card to make a purchase. You told me you didn't use it.
I ain't use it.
How does that make sense?
I paid cash.
How does that make sense?
I paid cash when I went in there.
Okay, so the bank records are lying.
Yeah.
Because how would I know what time to look to see when you went to the
I don't
store?
know, man.
I mean, it was by happenstance at the time we went to look at the store and the person using Spooner's debit card, boom, is you?
I ain't used the card, so. But I ain't never used that card.
You?
I ain't never used that card. I don't even know the PIN number, sir.
You don't know the PIN number?
I don't know the PIN number.
Okay, so I come back here with a video and a bank record showing that this person that we agree is you is using his debit card, his credit card. You see why that's another problem?
Yeah.
Well, that's truth. No BS. I can bring a computer in here and I can show you that. I can show you some bank records, but we can sit here and I can put pieces of paper in front of you all day. What happened?
I don't know. I definitely don't know, sir. I don't know what happened to that man.
Mr. Floyd, I've talked to a lot of people in this room sitting in the exact same seat that you are right now, okay? I try to be respectful to them, try to be straight with them, but they always think that, lying is the best way. But I'm here to tell you it is not, because it makes you look guilty. You talk about, no, I never used a debit card. Video says you're full of crap. You say that that's you. Video shows you using a debit card. Is what it is. You saying that this piece of this jacket didn't get in your trash can. You have no idea how it is, but you agree that it's there. Okay. We can keep going round and round, and I can show you more and more and more, but we're not going to do that. Something happened between you and Spooner. I don't know whose fault it is. I don't know if it came at you. I don't know if you broke in your house in the middle of the night and you had to defend yourself. I don't know. But this is the only time we're going to get a chance to tell me what happened.
That's how it is.
I know what happened to that man, sir.
Hey, hold on, y'all. I just need to see if my account got banned. If y'all could just bear with me real quick, At 10:23, we could finish this video.
I honestly do not know what happened to that man, sir.
So how did you get past a body being found of somebody that you associated with very closely, that's been in your house, something from their cars found at your house, the range coat inside of a trash bag that makes its way outside the house into a trash can, and then we find it along with your documents with your name on it, and not necessarily just your name on it, it's your birth certificate. How you explain that?
I don't know. I didn't even know I thought my birth certificate away for one.
So your DNA is not going to be on outside of that?
Outside of what?
That raincoat?
Hell no.
Let's talk.
No.
Let's talk about it for a second. Will you be willing to give us a DNA sample?
Yeah.
We could use
We already got the DNA.
But it's a little different. And I don't have your DNA. You talking about like your DNA's in the system somewhere?
Yeah.
That's what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, it's different. We got to get it like from you fresh.
I'd rather do whatever you want me to do.
So, you're good with that?
Yes, sir.
When you learned your good buddy, Mr. Spooner, last spent the night at your house on Wednesday, right, and you saw all those police in that yard, when you learned...
Tuesday night.
Right, on Tuesday night, left Wednesday morning, the guy just threw you a $20 bill, bought you some, McDonald's, bought you some breakfast. He's a generous guy. And you and I had talked, and you learned that his body was found right across the street.
Right.
You didn't think to call me? You didn't think to call the police and be like, hey, I know you were looking for him. He was over here just the other day.
I should have did that.
Yeah, probably should have. Why didn't you?
I should have did
You
that.
cared about him. He's your buddy. He's helping you out. Why would you not pick up the phone?
I should have did that.
Yeah.
I should have did that.
So why didn't you?
I did.
You just...
I should have did that, though.
Yeah.
I damn sure should have did that.
Damn sure should have
you know
did
what?
that. You should have been like, I got his debit card. He was over here. Here's exactly what happened. I know we talked the other day. He's my good friend. Let's find out who got this guy. But that's not what you did.
Well, I should have did that.
But you didn't.
I ain't even get your card. I ain't get nothing from it.
You know what 911 is? You know how to get the police, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's not pretend it's because you don't know how to get in touch with the police.
I should have did that.
I mean, you cared about this man. This man was in your house the other night.
Listen, you ain't put the damn news out there about his name till Monday.
Okay, don't throw it back on us. This
No, but listen though, man, you couldn't keep my door in Tuesday.
Okay. You learned that the guy that was sleeping in your house, the guy that's throwing you money, the guy that you're standing up for, going all the way to these different places. I mean, you're front for him for people you don't even know to defend him, so he's your friend, right? You care about him.
I care about
him a lot.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you guys care about each other. You care about him a lot. He's done stuff for you. You do stuff for him. You're giving him clothing. You learn that the guy across the street when all the police are there working is your buddy.
My fault, you too.
And you can't explain why. Just like you can't explain how you used his credit card.
I didn't use that credit card.
Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and let you lie on yourself. It's on video.
I've been in that stuff, man. Them people know me all the time, man. I ain't using no credit card. No.
Sure. So you're saying the bank records are lying? His credit card was used by you. You're saying the bank records are wrong?
I use cash.
That's what you're saying.
I use cash, man. That's what I'm saying. I use cash.
Well, how you think we got that video and knew when to look?
I don't know.
Because his credit card was used? We didn't go look at that video just cause. We didn't go through there and just start looking at video and say, oh, hey, look. No. It's because that's the exact date, time, and location his credit card was used.
Okay.
So you're lying. We know you're lying.
I'm not lying about anything, man. I don't got nothing to lie to you about. I don't got nothing to hide from you.
Nothing at all.
At all. I don't got nothing to hide from you.
Okay, but you can't make sense of any of the things that we're talking about. You can't make sense about the top of the yellow rain jacket being in there, in your trash can. You can't make sense of you were using his credit card being caught on it. You can't make sense of those things. So let's cut to it. What happened between you and Spooner?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing happened between me and John. The man left and I ain't see him no more.
He took everything he had.
Yeah, he took everything he had. He ain't have nothing.
Except his debit card.
Except his debit card.
Didn't take his debit card.
That's the only thing he had. That's the only thing he had.
Which, that's crazy, because that's like the most valuable thing he's got. That's access to money.
But listen to me, man. I've hurt that man for, man. Why? What more would I do that for?
I don't know. You come on to you?
Hell no. We already got that straight.
You got that part straight?
We already got that part straight on the first day we met.
Did he get drunk one night and try something in the middle of the night?
Drunk. He don't drink.
He get doped up on his Adderall?
No. He didn't try
his pills?
No. He didn't do nothing to me. I didn't do nothing to him.
And that's just what you're going with, straight up. Didn't do
I'm
nothing.
telling you straight up to your eyes, man.
You can sit here and we can have a staring contest all day. I've been lied to by people that have sat here and stared in my eyes. That don't mean nothing. What means something is the stuff that we're talking
That
about.
don't mean nothing, nigga, nothing.
You telling me I killed somebody, man. You telling me I killed somebody, man. And I ain't killed nobody.
Did you kill him?
Be for real, nigga.
So we ain't gonna find any evidence of that in your house.
I ain't
Be
killed
for real,
nobody.
So we
nigga.
ain't
Did you
gonna
kill
find any
him?
evidence of that in your house.
What you mean?
That's what I'm asking you. We gonna find evidence of him being killed in your house?
How you gonna do that?
I would think that the first answer would be no. You will not find any evidence that him being killed in your house. No, you said
Right,
how.
no.
How are you gonna do that?
No.
That's a difference. Are we gonna
I'm
find
sure
evidence
of
of
it.
him getting killed in your house? You sure on that?
I'm positive, man.
You put the rest of your life on that?
What you mean I put the rest of my life? I can get the rest of my life, man.
Well, we're talking about a murder,
I
man.
ain't did nothing, man. I ain't did nothing, man.
You've done time before. You know what murder time is.
Yeah, that's not good nap time.
Yeah, that's the rest of your lifetime.
He's talking about that
For
nap
someone
time.
who's been to prison
That
more
nap
times than most
time.
people go to the dentist, Timothy still hasn't learned how to actually be a good criminal. For the next several minutes, detectives keep pushing, trying every angle to break him. And the only thing they manage to squeeze out of him is that he used Jonathan's debit card. But once investigators get the cell phone records and the full results of the house search, they will finally be able to make him break.
Mr. Floyd, I can appreciate you talking to Investigator Richards Curtis over here and being straight with your credit card, because that made me think you were a liar. And reasons suggest if you're going to lie about something small like using a man's credit card, you lying all the way up to the murder. But you're being straight about it. And I can appreciate it, and I can understand why, because you know how it looked.
It looked bad, man.
It looked bad.
But I ain't know that man was dead, so.
But all I said, thank you. I appreciate you being honest with this, because during the lawsuit, maybe I can makes me think, oh, maybe he's being straight about something. I told you earlier, I like pictures. That helps us out a little bit. So, you telling me you did nothing. You did nothing. Well,
I don't believe that I do this on purpose.
I don't believe it.
As we found
You
him.
see?
So you have an idea. So
Why you put it out here right here?
you recognize that couch?
I don't
That's your couch,
believe
right?
it. No.
That's where you play, right?
Yeah.
You see something missing on the couch? Something look a little different? Yeah. You see that red stuff right there? It's soaked into the foam beneath the fabric, stuff that you can't clean.
Yeah.
What do you think that is?
What is? What do you think it is?
You tell me. What's the lab going to tell us that is? What's our test they doing going to tell us that is?
Right,
You don't
that's
know?
blood. You know what it
You don't
is.
think you know?
Tell me what happened, man. What is that?
You don't know. Something's red on your couch in that foam. That's where Spooner died. I know that's where Spooner died. You gotta move your couch if you're gonna clean, bro. What's that? Here's a closer look. What's that?
What's that, man?
What's that right there? The big red stain. What is that?
That's what I'm saying, man. This is messy.
What is that? Not grape juice. It's not wine.
You cared about this man, dude.
This is your chance, Mr. Floyd.
Man, I'm getting a cigarette now.
Ah, now you need a cigarette.
Cigarette?
One cigarette.
And apparently all it takes is a cigarette for Timothy to finally crack, because he is about to tell them exactly what he did to Jonathan Spooner.
Come on, Tim. Just get Tim straight, man. You had every opportunity. I mean, you could have. You didn't want to kill him. He did everything he could for you. You could have shot him with a gun, but it's not what you wanted to do.
What do you do?
You didn't intend to do that, man. I don't believe that. I don't believe you intend to do that. And you didn't go hide him. You didn't get rid of him. You didn't do any of that stuff. You did a decent thing. Are those the same trash bags that's in your house? That want to see that? Not the same trash bags. Man, grab.
He went for you.
Man, the man grabbed my dick. Nah, nah. Yeah. No. Bro, did y'all hear him? He said, bro, the man grabbed my dick. Y'all gotta listen to this nigga. Man, the man grabbed my dick, man. No.
He went for you.
He went for you.
Tell me
Nah.
why.
Started wrestling, man.
Alright, wrestling, man.
I was mad down, man. Like I said, man, shit. What happened? This nigga know I had no busted man head, man. How you do it? Pick him up. Man, damn, look, man. Yeah, what happened? Did he fall right there? Let's see what happened.
I'm trying to get you some, man.
Give me one, man. We can't smoke so that somebody will get it, man. So
That's why I wanted to test him out to get.
Tell us what happened.
Tell him what happened, man. So he hits the head on the heater. Did he start bleeding? What happened? Yeah, right up, man. On myself. Yeah, I got fighting, man. He got back up. Got back up, man. Damn right. Yeah, man, right now. He hit you with a hammer? What did he hit you? Right on the foot. On the foot. That's it. And then what happened? And I grabbed it. I hit him. What did you hit? In the head. Where the hammer at?
He said he cracked him in the head with a hammer.
Listen, man, I ain't intentionally trying to do that to that man. And that's what we're trying to do. So you gotta tell. That's why I told you gotta be honest. I ain't intentionally trying to do that to that man. Well, shit, man. He ain't really give me no damn choice, man. Yeah, I mean, he knew you wasn't down for that. He ain't really give me no damn choice, man. So where'd you put the hammer? It's still in my house. So what happened after?
Did you clean it?
Yeah. What happened after? What day did this happen on? It happened on Wednesday.
He never left, did he?
He never left your house. That's your own. So this happened on Wednesday. So what? So he died on your floor right here? No. I was freaked out, man. What'd you do? Damn. But I ain't asked for that shit. I know, it's in your lap now. You gotta deal with it. He hit you? I ain't asked for that shit. Yeah. So what you
I'm
do?
saying you did, man. I told you from the beginning, this is your chance to tell us what happened. He wasn't there.
Man, he moved it down. I don't remember my damn foot, man. The man really grabbed you. Yeah, I don't know what kind of pill he was on.
How did you do that? Did you lay down or still?
I was laying down on my sofa.
You was laying down on the sofa?
Yes, sir.
And how'd he grab you? You reach in your pants?
He walked up to me and just palmed my shit.
On the outside of your pants?
He said no, he walked up
I
to
say
the
palm you
palm.
on the outside.
Yeah.
He say anything first? What happened before he did that? Were you eating your food?
I ate my food.
Is he coming on you at all? What's going on?
No, he wasn't coming on with me then.
Was he eating his food?
He didn't have no food.
Okay, so all the food was for you?
Yeah. He said he was gonna go get his own shit. So he waited till you laid down. Yeah. So after you guys fight, y'all tussle.
Yeah, stop it. I'm just explaining this to y'all right now. His gay ass, him right there, he's gay. Bro, so, dude got paid. He like, alright, let's go get some McDonald's. You know why I'm getting you this McDonald's, nigga. You not silly, you know why I'm getting you this McDonald's. This nigga probably thought, okay, he's gonna give me some McDonald's, you feel me? I'm just gonna eat. No, nigga. You finna get this McDonald's and you finna get this work. Nah, hey, pause, but nah, for real, that's what bro was thinking. And I guess he wasn't on that shit, man. Hey.
What do you? He goes unconscious. What do you do? Oh, just freak
Yo,
out.
this nigga crazy.
You call anybody? When you freaked out, what'd you do? What did you put him? He was all down in the kitchen. You left him in the kitchen? Did you wrap him up? I did. I put something under the head so it won't stop bleeding. I should. Police. Yeah.
Is that the plastic bag you put on his head?
Yeah, I should have called the police. But
He told me I should have called the police.
I just put it where the wound was at so it won't bleed like that. I should have just called the police, man. But I sit down, man. I don't hit this man at home, man. I'm on a real friend of mine. They gonna take my word even though this man don't hit me. Yeah.
You're right, don't look good.
He hit me with a damn helmet.
Let's talk about what else you do to him. You ever try to light him on fire?
Hell no. Hell no. Well, that's savage.
You talking about that savage?
He came in the living room and he palmed you. Y'all fight. He ended up going unconscious and bleeding.
Right.
Pull him into the kitchen.
Yeah.
When do you wrap him up? We're past all the other stuff now.
Should be straight.
You said you had a reason to do it because he hit you, man. Tell me what happened next. Did you put your clothes on? You wrapped his head up. So the clothes on your room. Yes. And you pull him in the kitchen. What happened?
I said, man. I said, man, I was in shock, man.
And this is all Wednesday.
I was in shock.
According to forensic analysis, Jonathan died from severe blunt force trauma to the head, struck 7 to 8 times. The pattern and depth of the wounds made it clear this wasn't a defensive scuffle. It was an overwhelming, violent attack. And while Timothy insists he never tried to burn the body, investigators found soot and fuel residue on Jonathan's remains, which points to a failed attempt at destroying evidence.
His shirt was burned up. Did you ever try to burn him at all?
No.
Shirt at all?
No. No.
Was it already like that?
No, I didn't burn the shirt. I didn't burn him, period.
I was saying, how did it get like that?
I don't know. Because I left him out the door. I ain't sent him on my body. I ain't burn him. Hell no.
You ever try to bury him or get rid of him?
No. I thought about that, man.
Like bury him right now?
Yeah. Man, I ain't want this to happen, man.
Yeah, I know, man.
No, you just being the police, man. But I really.
No, I'm serious. I can tell. What I said when I told you what I thought happened. I said I don't think you tried to do it. Because how everything looked.
Bro.
I really feel like you.
I really did try to do that shit to that man.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all, bro. He affessed to that. That shit is crazy. He was gay the whole time. He knew it. Yup. I'm finally back after 6 months. After 6 months. Central Streets. I was heavy on Central Streets. The switch I got went off still. Tough. Yeah, I was heavy in this game. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, hey, if y'all fuck with all them crime shit, appreciate y'all for watching that shit, you feel me? Yeah, I'm done watching shit like this. I don't know. If this shit get like 10 likes, I'll do another one like this. But shit, I don't know. This shit crazy. I ain't gonna lie. We finna get on the game though. I'ma restart stream. Yeah, if y'all trying to watch it,